That's how I feel.
We're going to take a little quick introduction here to introduce a very special guest, Bex. Welcome to the podcast. Late, but you're here. That's all that matters.
I like to say fashionably late.
Sorry.
Fashionably.
It's all good. It's all good.
Stuff, man.
So to keep
Yeah,
you
we
in the
get it.
loop, right now our topic that we're discussing is, would you take your son to a strip club? When
Or
he's
is it okay for a man to bring his son to
A
a
strip
strip
club.
on his 18th birthday?
Or
And-
smoke.
Or would you smoke or drink with your adult child,
That's right.
adult kid?
So, because I'm always straight up, but I always try to support as best as I can.
Mhm.
I don't have kids
Mhm.
like you guys do,
Mhm.
but remember, I was once a kid too.
Mhm.
So I always have to put all this out because people are like, you shouldn't be saying anything at all because you don't have kids. So what would you know?
I get that.
So you can't have.
But you're an auntie.
Yeah.
That's
You
what
see it
I.
too.
So I
That's
always
right.
have to put this.
Yes.
Cause knows I always have to put this in the forefront because I get this a lot,
Mhm.
even from my own family members, right?
Right.
So, but I think you have to expose them to certain things, and you want them to know that they can do that with you to an extent, but that you don't want to lose that respect. That's where I get concerned with. Like that worries me because if I know I can come to you as my mother and we have a bond,
Right.
I feel more safe. I will trust you more, so then you will know more, and I won't rebel as much or do want to do something I shouldn't be doing.
Correct.
Mind you, yes, we fall, we get into things. Yeah, because I do too. And then we get into things we never thought we would be in, but hey, it happens. You get up, you learn, you grow, and you move on. So it's always hard for me to answer this question because I would want to have that relationship that where we should go together. But then the respect has to also be there. That's my parent, and that understanding. So can you have both? Like,
You can.
No, of course.
You can.
But it's not like you're going all the time. It's just for their 18th birthday.
I don't know if I'd go on the 18th.
Maybe not you, but if
think
you
I
were
would
married,
wait
you had the
till-
husband.
yeah, I
would you be okay if he said, "I'm taking our son
I don't think
to the strip club"?
I don't think 18 should be the age.
19, whatever the
More
legal age is.
older, a little bit more older, because you'd want to talk about things. You'd want to go, have discussions about things. I think 18 might be too early.
We'll say 19 because we'll say 9. We'll go 19
Let's say 21.
because you can drink at
Okay.
19. Okay.
21.
So maybe then, yes.
Well, I understand say 19 because over here is 19.
Right.
That's the reason I said 19. I'm just running with that. And the only reason I say at 19 is because if you do wait the next few years, they might have already gone.
And you're correct. And that's the other
Right.
point. Yes, you're correct. So that way, I even still want to have that open relationship, even though they might have gone already. They might have done
Yeah.
whatever. But I want to be able to also have that open relationship with them too, right? So they can feel comfortable and safe, but then not, as we say, take their eyes and pass you, right?
Yeah. If you know what I would say then? The perfect solution would be, it's not even the 18th birthday. Just be like, listen, when you want to, first time you're ready, come to me.
Legal age.
So it doesn't have to be 19. It doesn't have to be 20.
The
they
legal
might, they
age.
might be
the
like,
legal age.
You're right. The legal age.
obviously illegal. I'm saying
Yeah.
if it's not on that day, maybe they didn't even want to on that day, but you just be like, listen, the first time you're ready to experience strip club, drugs, not drugs. Let me say weed, alcohol. Come to me first. I want us to do. I was trying to tell them. I don't know if you weren't here, but I want your first experience to be with me, so I can at least gauge maybe what you can tolerate, and I can tell you, and I can kind of educate you on what you're doing. Because if you do it with friends, you're all the same age.
So what if you don't
They're
do
going to be
that?
ignorant.
I
to
would
it,
have wanted
and they're going
that,
to tell
but
you
I could
keep
never go
drinking.
to my mom.
Okay, well, what
Even
if you don't
now-
do that? What if the father don't do that weed or whatever, right? Don't do any of that stuff. Then
Then
what? Then how would you know how to gauge
if
him?
I have a friend that I know and I trust, or it could be another family member that you trust. Hey, listen, you want to experience this? Go to your uncle, or you want to experience this? Come to me. Come to me.
Basically,
I will
what
put.
you're saying is, as long as it's in a controlled environment.
I want them to be controlled when they first do it, because if you're out of control when you do it, you're gonna think this is my. You go with your friends. As I said, your friends are not gonna. Most of them if they're doing the same, they're not stopping you because they're gonna go. They want you to keep going.
Right.
As long as they can keep
wanna
going,
do it as a joke,
and
too.
they don't know
Like,
you're tolerating.
You're funny. And
Yeah.
I'm videotaping it and I'm uploading it.
And they know
Okay.
you already spent. Oh, yeah, keep feeding you more.
So
keep feeding
what
you more.
if you are not about that life and you are a Christian person
I will find
and
someone.
you only know of the Bible inside and out?
Well, then I'll be teaching them that.
Then and they come and say,
Yeah.
Mom, I want to go to I'm gonna go with my friends to a strip club. Or father, what do you do with that situation when you are trying to gauge your kids
I'm-
to be in this
And I'm not
Christian
stopping them?
environment?
But,
I'm not.
okay,
I'm obviously if I'm the Christian, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna try and stop them.
You're
Okay.
gonna try
But
to
if they
stop
don't-
them, but they're gonna do it
Yeah.
anyway. So if they're going to do it, it actually needs to be in a controlled environment. Because
So
let
then
me
you're a
tell you
hypocrite
that-
to be.
No,
then
no.
you're
I will
a
find someone.
hypocrite.
Like I said, I
It's
will
not a
find
hypocrite
someone. It's not
because here's the
hypocrite
thing.
because they're doing it regardless. As you
Kids
said.
that are raised in strictly Christian households tend to
Rebel.
rebel 100 times more because we're not
Especially when
having
they're legal.
those real life conversations with them, and they're the ones that end up on drugs, addicted to this, into pornography, and other kind of spirits that we now need to pray off of them, right? So we
Because
need
they've been
to.
held in shelters so
I'm
long.
I'm a Christian
bottled up.
parent, but at the end of the day, I still need to listen to what my kids are going through because they're gonna do it anyways. I need to be able to control what it is they're doing. So I'd rather them tell me than going out there with Tom, Dick, and Harry and ending up on A, B, C, D, E and on Skid
Yeah.
Road,
Yeah.
and
And
I
having
had no
them trust
control
you.
of it.
Good point.
But the thing is good you're like that because even now with my mom, it's so funny because a few days ago, there was a movie that came on and I said, Mom, I couldn't watch this. Even now, I said to her, I couldn't watch this movie or these types, certain movies with you. I cannot watch. And she, at one point, she didn't understand. And then she said, wait, you know what? Yeah, I understand where you're going because you respect me. So how could I even say, Mom, let's go to this? Because my mom's Christian too. She wouldn't, obviously she doesn't do that stuff. And so I could never say, Mom, let's go, right? So there's a certain respect too that
But here's
comes
the problem.
from that too.
You can't be so spiritually minded that you're no earthly good.
Yeah.
And I think that's the problem with the church. That we're so up in the clouds that we can't deal with reality. And our kids are falling by the wayside. The most amount of divorces are in the church because people are getting married to have sex and they don't know about the person that they're with.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So we need to kind of change that narrative.
Or
Yeah.
you're pressured the other way to do good, as I was, because you had no room. You couldn't do anything bad because my sister, my brother, they did that. So I felt terrible for my
But are they
parents.
happy right now?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
Point
no.
proven.
There you
But
go.
where I'm at now, I've had my rough patches. Yeah, we're always gonna have that. I'm healing. I'm growing. But I'm more happier now than I ever was
There you
than
go.
before, because I've learned. It was rough. It sucked. Still, but you're learning and you're growing, and you're happy now compared to where you were before. But
And I
they're-
think
know
we
they're
need
not.
to teach
They're
our
not.
children how to be their authentic selves.
Mhm.
Not what we want. Yes, we
And I
want the
wish
very
my
best
mom
for
was
them,
like that,
Yeah.
but we can't force them into something that they don't want to
No.
do because then they become rebellious.
Of course.
And,
And then
we want to still have that healthy relationship with our kids. Like my kids will call me for anything. Like I have my middle child. God knows he taught me how to pray. But you know what? Anything happens, I'm the first person he's
Call.
calling. It's on speaker and I know what's
That's what
happening.
you want.
And
That's
that's
what
what I
you-
want.
exactly.
I want to know what's
Joseph
happening
was like
in the
that.
moment.
and I love that, and I wish I try to do that too with my mom and whatnot, but it gets difficult because there's certain things. She even said we almost had an argument that I named Mother. I said, Mom, but I'm an adult now. We should be able to have these adult.
Yeah.
I'm not a kid. I'm always going to be your child, and that's how I understand you guys are going to always be. We're always your kids. I get that forever.
not
It
a
doesn't
kid.
stop.
I'm
But
not
I'm
a
not a
kid.
kid.
Yeah.
I'm like, Mom, I'm an adult. We need to be able to have these discussions because I'm an adult now. But she's like, no, I name Mom, so you can't say certain things.
Right.
She listens to me sometimes more so than my sister and brother because of how I talk. I don't cuss or yell or do say, so sometimes she hears, but she still has this persona, and I wish she was more like you, where it's her way or no way kind of thing, and Cosmos too.
But okay, so the
Hold on,
two of you,
sorry,
the
do
three of you have children.
Do you think that stems from her relationship
Oh,
with her
but,
mother?
yeah,
Yes.
there's trauma
Okay,
upon trauma,
okay,
generational
okay.
stuff.
Yes.
And
Okay.
I said, Mom, this has to break.
That's
and I tried
right.
to break certain
That's
So
things.
the three of you,
But I
your adult children come to you and say, You know what? I'm struggling with alcohol or weed. What are you saying?
I'm going to talk to him. Straight up struggling how?
Addiction.
Sorry?
You.
An addiction.
If they come to me and telling me that they're struggling,
Mm-hmm.
and what they need from me.
Okay.
Yeah, in terms, what you're struggling in what
Yeah.
terms?
Right.
Exactly.
So you're
So
struggling
what
with
you need-
alcohol or weed, and
Addiction.
with an addiction, and I'm coming to you, and mom, dad, I need your help. This is what I'm struggling with. Like, as a Christian, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm getting the help he needs. I'm going to talk to him. I'm going to tell him. I'm going to actually research all the things that he needs to know on what's going to happen with this addiction and what's the outcome if he continues. Right? I mean, it's just.
Me. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
My apologies. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Y'all talk about the same children, so
Right, I know. Right?
I'm done.
I hope your answers are
I know.
almost the
It's like,
same.
what the heck? I'm like, I'm done.
Well,
You're talking.
no. Well, I think I wouldn't pull religion into it. I'll be honest with you.
No, not religion.
No, because I'm saying because she's more of a devout Christian.
Yes.
That's
where
why.
you
So
are,
for
you're
me-
a Christian, but she's a devout Christian, right? So you might have two completely different answers.
But
That's
you
right.
need to separate religion, though, because that's what's causing a lot of the issues.
But-
It's your
Girl,
relationship with God. That's what it is. So,
But-
and that's what I really pry on, because if it wasn't for God getting me through all this and the people He's placed in my life
Yep.
and the situations He's placed as well, I wouldn't be sitting here right now.
100%.
I have to give God all the praise
100%.
because then I will continue no matter what anybody tells me.
1,000%.
But do I go to church? I'm admitting it, no. But I listen online,
That's
and I can
things.
still get the same things,
Mhm.
right? But my mom, she still throws those things at me. Cause knows, mom's always throwing these remarks at me because she knows she can get me compared to my sister and my brother who will tell her off, right? So yeah, it's not about religion. That's what's messing a lot of
100%.
people up.
And
Yeah.
that's why I said I wouldn't automatically resort back to, well, this is what the Bible says. I would keep that separate. I would be point blank, well, you know what? You're going to continue down this path. This is where your health is going to be. This is where you're going to be in 2 years. This is where you're going to be in 5 years. This is where you're going to be in 10 years, right? So I would automatically go to the health aspect of it. Because at that age, they're not really receiving to the religious or the biblical aspect of
I
it
know
at
what-
such a young age.
I-
They're more or less looking at it like, okay, well, why are you so concerned? Like, well, I'm concerned about your health. You want to be here for this amount of time?
Yeah.
Let's talk about how it's going to affect. Let's talk about how it's going to affect your heart. Let's talk about
That's
how it's
right.
going to affect your brain.
Research it.
Let's do
Yes.
some research on how it
on
affects
how
you.
it's gonna affect you.
Once they grasp that, hopefully, if they grasp that, then I can ease into, you know what? Also, it's the Bible says you're not supposed to indulge in so much alcohol. You know what I mean? And it's also a sin against your body if you're indulging it so much. But I wouldn't go right
No,
away
I'm not
into the religious
saying-
aspect of it.
Yeah. But then I'm always gonna come out with wanting to pray with you, wanting to,
Right.
cover you because that's what it is. And if you're laying that foundation as the child grows, yeah, there's gonna be ups and downs. Don't get me wrong. They're gonna might fall in, fall out, but you're hoping that for train up the way a child should go, and he will not depart. He will never. So hopefully they'll come back to it, right? At some point.
That's right.
And then understand, and you mix the physical health aspects and then mental health aspects. Our parents don't understand that mental health. Like, what are you? Even this show yesterday. Sorry, I'm all over the place. It's called, and you're gonna be like, what the heck? I started watching Tyler Perry's Divorced Sisters. It's on BET, and this one girl on there, she was like, "Well, your generation and this mental health and addictions." She was going on and on that like it wasn't an issue. So I like the fact that you guys are bringing this into the situation because it is a huge issue.
Absolutely. And let's not be, again, naive to the fact that if we're not teaching our kids, guess who's teaching it?
It's
Media.
getting worse.
Social
and this
media.
is the next part of the
and
generation.
the school system.
And the school
Oh,
system.
yeah.
The
That-
school system is 100%
Yeah.
Yeah.
teaching our kids because they're majority of the time they're there and then they come home to us. So whatever they're feeding our kids is what they're learning,
100%.
and they have a full they have this program of what they're already teaching the kids from generation to generation to generation to generation. And it's hard for us now to kind of control that when they're already being controlled.
And guess what? If we speak up and we tell our kids, don't listen to that, or that's not
It's
right,
already been
that's not
told.
right, guess what happens? They go back to the school and say, my mommy and daddy said that this is...
And then
You have
they're
to,
controlling
because
our kids.
They're your roof. they're living under. My mom, we tried that. Oh, and she set us straight. You go, you call the police, then they're gonna take you away.
That's right.
You're never gonna come
And
back.
that's what
You're
they're
gonna be
teaching our
raped, You're gonna
kids.
be, all these things are gonna
Don't know
happen.
And then they complain.
No,
Told
I
our
would
kids
tell
that.
Then
them
they
that. I don't care
complain
what anybody tells
when
me.
the kids are doing these things now in real life outside of school and they're stealing.
They're undisciplined.
They're behaving
They're undisciplined, yeah.
Because now, well, mom and dad can't be me, and they already know that. So they and they do all the things that they know they're not supposed to do.
That's
Yeah.
And they are not controlled by it.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
They're not controlled by the government.
They
I
kind
always
of spoil
think-
themselves.
Yeah.
The
go
foundational, the
and see
fundamentals
what
that we
happens to you.
instill in our children from their young
Yeah.
is what portrays when they get older.
Yeah.
So even if they go astray, they're gonna come back and remember
I
what
just
we
said
instilled
that.
in them.
Yeah, from the Bible.
But
too.
but I want to
But how
ask.
can we still, when we're working all the time, trying to pay for mortgage, pay for rent, pay for food, when we're busy and we can't do all this stuff?
Beat them, yes.
Because we are busy taking care of them.
But here's
You remember
the-
that?
We got the
Oh,
beats.
here's
I
what
got,
I
we got
found.
the beat.
I don't want those licks
As
again.
the
No.
older
I'm
gonna
person
say
on
you
this,
were
I'm the
able to
older
do
person
that.
on this panel,
You should.
that
get
no
bombed,
matter
you can hit them. Yeah.
how they strayed by their friends or association, they
Or
always
school.
remember the fundamentals. Like I worked 2 jobs. I had to work 2 jobs in order to get them through rep whatever sports they were playing in. But now that they're in their 30s, that's grounded in them and I see them coming back.
Yeah.
I see them coming back to what was instilled in them. And we just have to believe that as parents, we've done the right things. Some of them aren't going to take what we did.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be the opposite of this. Your generation, it was a lot easier. You see, now with these young ones having kids, they're not there for the kids. They're not even there to say a word or say, "Hey, you know what? You shouldn't do this." They're at work working,
My
busting
brother
their
and his
butt
lady
because
in the
they cannot
garage, yeah.
afford to sit here and teach your kids because they have to go out there and work 2
They're
jobs.
sitting there doing nothing. You're wondering what the heck they're doing all day.
They're
Look, I can't say
working.
anything.
But
The
then
parents
as
are
But then
working.
as parents, as grandparents, we have to step into some of that gap.
That's on.
But you
that's,
can't sometimes because if the parent doesn't allow that, and I'm not saying you, I'm just saying sometimes the parents, they don't let you do anything. They're particular. So this is
Then you beat that parent and then you beat your grandchild right after.
My mom tries with my niece. My mom tries with my niece, but the mother is and again, I'm not trying to discriminate or downplay or whatever, but I'm honest. Some parents don't do anything.
Yeah.
So they're sitting there. You're wondering what they're doing, and then my brother's doing things one side, but he can only do so much because then you're there. What are you doing?
And I think here's the problem. We were raised in a generation where our parents beat the daylights out of
You
us.
feared your parent.
Got it.
You feared your parent more than the cops.
Right? And then we became the generation was like, I'm not going to beat my
Yeah,
children. They have
yeah.
an opinion and blah, blah, blah. So we went too far the other way. We need to be somewhere in the middle.
No, I want to beat my children. I had to get it. No, you got to experience. One time I'm giving you, at some point I got to give you this.
you gotta fear me
Nah.
somewhere or the other.
No, I'm not talking, but that's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about abuse.
I'm
I'm
going
not,
to pinch you under the arm right here so nobody sees it, but you're going to know what you did was wrong.
listen,
Now
I tell
you
my
pinch
kids.
them and go like, she's pinching me.
Because they know what they can get away with. That's why.
That's my point.
You know what it is too. You gotta.
The school system trains them to do that. They teach them because like if you tell your kids nothing about that, right? You're at home, they're with you the whole time. You go to school, they go to school now. What do you think they're teaching the kids? You know, if you
Parents
at
can't
home,
do this to you.
your
They can't
parents
do that. They
do
can't do this. Yep.
And da da da. And you didn't tell your kids, hey, don't say nothing.
But you see, but you see how I counter that? Is I tell them when they're home. Listen,
That's right.
That's it.
you want to call thing? Go ahead. You're gonna go with them, and you know what? It's gonna be worse because
That's
you know what?
right.
They're gonna put you in a foster
That's
home. They're
right.
gonna put you in a home. No, we tell them straight up what's going to happen. It's not a sugar coat of no. They're gonna put you in another family, and it's gonna be worse than what you're feeling right now over here.
And I think
You
the
gotta-
problem is we need to do correction with love. Right? Not like our parents who used to beat us and say we are
No,
all
I don't beat my kids.
Right.
Listen, I tell my, I threaten my daughter with, I'll be like, you want licks? No. then listen, or that's what you're going to get.
Right, but we have to have those conversations because part of the problem in 2025 is the school is raising our kids.
Yes.
We need to be responsible
To your
parents
point.
Yeah.
and raise our children.
Yeah.
When we're talking about the LGBTQ,
Yeah.
the school shouldn't be telling our kids about that. We should be saying this is what it is and instilling that in them before they learn it in school.
Yeah.
And that is the problem with this generation. The school system is teaching our kids what it is, and we're not stepping up to do what we need to do.
And the thing, it's not even that they're just, I get it. You want to teach them about same sex in a sense that it happens. But like I said, there's books that are like this, images of sexual images, and like they're going into it as if like you're talking, like these are not teenagers. These are little kids growing up, fully alive.
Fully alive. I was about to say
Fully
that.
alive. And you know what the biggest thing in there was? So seeing the reproductive system drawn. You seen the drawn penis or the vagina or whatever, and that was like, oh my God. Or you might have seen a breast because of breastfeeding or something, and that was such a big deal. Like you saw it wasn't even a real penis. It was the drawing of a one, like the outline and the skeleton of one or something. And the vagina, you're like, oh my God, look, it's the vagina. Oh. Now you putting books with two men or two women dudes and showing the position and all that. It's like, no, why are you showing that to kids? These are kids. Kids don't even. When I was a kid, your biggest thing was holding the hand of a girl. That was huge. You got a kiss. Oh my gosh, you were the greatest. It was the greatest day of your life.
And it's almost as if, and I could be wrong, I'm not a teacher, so if the teachers out there that might find this miseducated or misguided, but it's almost as if you're teaching a kid, this color is blue, this is a fruit, this is a vegetable, this is bread. And if you're showing somebody an image of two men or two women kissing, they're almost saying that this is right. You know what I mean? Or this is what normal is. When in actuality, if you're going off of religion, if you're going off of what it's we're made to
it's
be.
It's not even religion. It's more like it's what's
To
the
keep
norm.
the world
To
functioning,
keep functioning.
you
Yeah,
need
need
man
to be a
and
woman.
woman
You
to
can't
get
be a
together.
woman to have a baby.
But here's the problem. A lot of the teachers who are teaching our kids or our grandchildren are actually not heterosexual. And that is the problem because we're not having those deep conversations with our kids at home before they're indoctrinated into what their lifestyle is.
Not necessarily.
Oh,
There-
yes,
there,
I can
no,
tell
there,
you.
there are teachers out there that actually are heterosexual that don't want to teach that curriculum, but because they want to save face and keep their
Save their
job,
job?
they have to teach that.
Yeah.
So maybe you may know
Catholic
some that are of that ilk,
Catholic schools work.
but some of them
Catholic
actually
schools
don't want to
right?
teach that.
But they have no choice. They are. It's like mandatory.
Yeah, if you teach it,
Right,
then
because
you don't work.
I know a child that went to school and they were like, I came in a Christian home and there's male and female, and she's like, well, I'm a female and I have a female as a partner, and failed the child because they didn't want to adopt that lifestyle. And as parents, if we don't challenge that in the school, then our children are falling behind to this new way of life.
Since we've been out of the school system for many years, what were they teaching you on the come up? Because when you were in elementary school, grown ass people were probably our kids and stuff. So, I mean, maybe they didn't start yet with the LGBT stuff yet.
Yeah, no.
They didn't?
I
Okay.
wasn't learning any of that.
Okay, so it's more reason like right now is what they're doing. Okay, so it was just strictly man, woman they were teaching, or did they teach you about?
Like
The
actually
LGBT.
in my school, they actually like didn't teach us properly. Like they kind of like it wasn't like really like the main thing that they wanted to teach us. It was
Okay.
just like a one day of like that like sex ed class or whatever, and then it was like
If you don't mind me asking, was it a public school? Was it a
yeah, it was a public
School? Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay, that's a different aspect. I went Catholic school, so
yeah.
I know the two different things. Okay.
Oh, we're not. I know we have to move on to another topic, but we're not hiding from. We didn't answer our question, by the way, regarding the strip club and whatever. So, before we move on to the next topic, real quickly, do you want to answer first? But a half? Do you want to answer first?
Are you allowing him to take at 19
Okay.
or whatever age when he's if he ever ready, if he ever wants to, would you allow him?
Okay.
Okay.
So you let him go on his own? Because he's going.
Hold on. Do you want to answer? Yes or no? Okay. So I would actually,
Theo.
if Theo came to me and he was inquisitive or asking Dad, I want to go to a strip club. My first answer would be, okay, why?
Oh, okay.
Why would you want to go?
Why?
Why would you want to go?
Because I want to see titties and ass.
Okay.
Grown titties and ass, Daddy. That's what I want to see.
And it's my birthday.
And it's my birthday.
That's cool.
It's the first time I get to see some live titties in my face.
So here's the honest answer, and I'm gonna give the honest answer.
Yes.
If that's what he wants to do
And really wants.
and really wants to do, I'm gonna go with him.
Oh.
And here's the thing. Here's the
Oh,
reason.
no, you ain't.
Here's the reason why.
So you want him to go with
Here's the reason
I'm
why.
coming with you.
No, no, you're not. No, you're not. And here's the reason why.
no, you're not.
No, you're not.
Why not?
No, you're not.
Okay.
But I have a good answer for that.
Okay.
But hold on.
Hold on, let's hear the answer.
Wait.
Let me hear the answer.
But hold on.
You're a fox and den. Never go ahead. Go ahead.
But I have a good answer for that. The reason why I would go with him is because I actually went on my birthday.
Not with your mama and dad, huh? Okay.
Nope. I went by myself to a strip club in Rexdale, Manhattan strip.
Oh my God, that's not a strip club.
Don't knock. But here you go. Let me expunge on that.
I can see why you went there.
All right then. Let me expunge on that.
See why you went.
So I went there, right? Because like we all talked about already, didn't have a father figure in the house. No one talked to me or educated me on that aspect of it, right? My mother obviously warned me, oh, these things are unacceptable. But
Jazz is here.
that's fine.
It's okay. She got to grow up too. Someday.
But hold on,
growing up right now.
Hold on a second. I'm getting to that point. So at the age of 18, I went to probably, as I consider now, one of probably the worst clubs that you could possibly think of going. The worst, probably. So I went in. So I went in there by myself. Not only did I make the Cardinals sin.
I know why you went by yourself.
No, not only did I make the Cardinals sin.
want to be seen dead.
Not only did I make the Cardinals thing of ordering food, I ordered a steak.
Yo,
I ordered fries.
Okay.
Yo, you were brand fresh. This guy
And I'm like,
he knew
yeah.
nothing about strip clubs. Yeah,
And
I
guess
get
what?
that.
Guess what? I had $10 of coins and change, so I left a $10 on the main all by myself at 18 years old.
Bro.
So when I came back, when I went to the club, and I remember bragging to my friends. I think I was back.
laughing at him.
There you go. I remember bragging to my friends. Yo, what'd you feel? Yo, I went to the strip club. You went to Manhattan strip.
That's what they laughed at.
And
Not that you went to a strip club by yourself. It's where you went.
And you that too. And you ordered food. I'm like, yeah. And then
That too.
slowly it came to me like, that probably wasn't the smartest thing to do. You know what I mean? But if I had and this goes out to all those people, not to be embarrassed, but if you had a man figure, right, that said, you know what, listen, do you want to go there? You want to spend money? You want to see how stupid?
Let's go here instead.
Let's go here. Let's go here instead. Let's go to the flea market. Let's go to the mall. Let's go to the movie. No, and my mom did the best job she could possibly do. But as to your point, when you're in a household or you go to a school that's very strict, at some point in time, you're going to want to rebel.
You want to know
What else is
they're
out there,
stopping
right?
you from.
And
That's the curiosity.
That's
Why
right.
can't I do that? Why
and
don't
then
you want me to do this?
when I was legally able to, I used that as an advantage,
Yeah.
as a reason.
Can't stop you now.
There you go. But looking back, I would much rather have someone of a male figure. Really, is that where you want to go? Or let's do this instead. I didn't have that. So that's why at this point, if Theo came to me and said, Dad, I want to experiment, I'm like, is that what you want to do, or do you want to do something else? I mean, if you want to go, I'll show you what it's not really what it's up to be.
That's what it's pent up to be.
What it's
right?
pent up to
Yeah.
be, right? But I would rather him come to me rather than me say, hey, son, let's go to a strip club. You're 18, 19.
No. I wasn't saying you
Right,
take
and-
them. Obviously, they want to go.
Right.
Yeah.
You want to be the first person they go, or
That's
at least
right.
be able to like.
Because God forgive if they go by themselves and they have my experience.
Because I remember the first time I went to a strip club, it was a bachelorette party.
Yeah.
Green, fresh, didn't know anything that was going
And
on.
how old are you?
Ended up, I think I was 21. Ended up at this, and I was like, what the hell? I wasn't even a Christian at the time, but I was so mortified about the entire experience that I was like, I don't even belong here. Had I been with a female, an older female figure at the time, it would have been completely different because they would have been able to, like you said, point certain things out. Have I ever been back to one? Hell no. Because I was like, oh my gosh, that is so gross. This is disgusting and this is completely nasty. But my boys growing up, would I want a male figure to have that real conversation with them? Absolutely. Because the only thing I could say was, don't double up the condoms, don't use life brands, and make sure it's Trojan. I don't even know if I'm right. I'm just like, this is the proper brand that I know of, and that's it. But am I gearing them up in the right way? Probably not. And that's why I say to women, if there's a male figure in the life, even if the father's a deadbeat, make him still have that conversation with your son.
That's right.
Because you're not doing justice.
That's right.
Yeah.
We didn't get your answer, better half. We didn't get your answer.
Oh no, I'm gonna roll up the.
She said she's going with you guys.
I will roll
Listen,
up
I got a solution for you guys.
at the club.
Like I said,
And
Fox
I'm
is dead.
embarrassed about
They
the
got
business
men,
side of
women.
her.
It's split. She go upstairs with Pete. You go downstairs with.
Would you?
And you're good.
Would you have? Okay, so
If
would
you-
you?
I
Would
don't
you?
think you want to
Would you wait for Palia to come to you, or would you say?
Yeah, ladies, if you had daughters and they wanted to go,
I'm not
would you?
going. I would not want her to be going to no.
So she's
club.
she's
But she's gonna go.
She's go. She's 20. She's 20.
I wouldn't go up to
No,
my
but you're
mother
a
and
different
start
generation.
asking my.
You're a different
even
generation.
now, I couldn't even do that.
Palia is a different
is another
generation.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Bachelor,
you're right.
they call it bachelorette for girls.
Yeah.
Bachelorette party when Palia gets married, right? I'm assuming
Or she's going- or a friend of hers is
You're gonna
going to one.
partake in it, and
Right?
they're gonna go to a and Palia wants you to go, or would you say, Palia, let's go out here for your bachelorette? Would that be one of your choices to go to?
My decision?
Yes.
It won't be the club.
Well, okay, the
I will bring a stripper to the home. Keep your penis in your drawers. Shake whatever booty you got, but you ain't taking that out. Period.
Okay.
I will bring the stripper to the home.
Okay. On whose budget?
Ours.
I'm not paying for no male.
I'm not paying for no male
stripper. Coming in some cop uniform.
Hey, you want to live once?
stupid.
Live once and die quick. All right.